Hi, welcome back to another Thread Daily with me, Charlie, one of the senior content writers at thread.com, back hitting you again with another wacky sustainability story. This time I'm talking to you about cloning horses. That's right, if you wanted to clone your pet into 20 identical versions of itself to run around your house, you can't do that yet, but you might be able to do it relatively soon, as scientists in the US have made a major breakthrough in horse genetic diversity modifications. The horse itself is called Kurt and was born in August of this year, and here's some lovely cutesy footage of him running around and just having a good time, that Elliot will now include.
Thanks, man.
Didn't that look wholesome? Kurt the cloned horse is a very rare type of wild horse called the Przewalski horse. I think it's pronounced that way. This is how it's spelled. So please don't judge me too badly. So what is the Przewalski horse? It's the rarest horse in the world and the last one that's considered to be truly wild. The last natural sighting of this horse was in the 1960s and it has since been artificially reintroduced to the wild by scientists looking to conserve the species. It was originally found in Europe back in the day, but now can only be found in Mongolia, China and Kazakhstan, thanks to these scientists reintroducing it into the wild to try and improve the numbers as they are particularly low. There's only around 2,000 of them left in the wild due to changing climates, population competition and hunting. I don't advocate hunting, so please don't hunt rare horses, it's not good. Don't do it. Stop, put the spear down, go back to bed. Funnily enough, several of the reintroduced horses that have been brought back into the wild have recently been found in Chernobyl, hiding away in some of the abandoned structures to help protect them over the winter months. And I never thought I would see the day where Chernobyl of all places would be seen as a natural wildlife recovery spot. But there you go. If you haven't seen the series Chernobyl, I've heard it's very good. Don't know if there's any horses running around in it, but you know.
They are, they're not well.
No. Kurt the cloned horse was recreated using cryogenically, is that the word? Cryogenically. Man. Kurt the horse was created using 40-year-old DNA from cryogenically frozen samples at San Diego Zoo in the US. This zoo has over 10,000 samples of sperm, embryos and DNA samples that are used in the hopes of bringing back old endangered species that aren't around anymore. They help to bring genetic diversity to old species that need it desperately and help to boost population numbers over long extended periods of time. Kurt is the first example of a success in this industry and it's hoped that in the future more old and forgotten animals can be brought back to life from the past, which is pretty cool. You may be seeing more old animals come back. There's no promise that we might get stuff like dodos and dinosaurs back, but you might see old and endangered animals come back better than ever in the next few decades if we reduce the impact of climate change. That's the only side note. Obviously, right now, Kurt is kind of a one-of-a-kind animal, but it's hoped that we can do more of this in the future with a bunch of other animals and other species, not just rare horses. It's also important to keep the DNA gene pools diverse amongst the species, otherwise you're way more likely to have incestuous relationships between animals and are far more likely to see genetic mutations that could cause complications in the animals in the future. Projects like this are helping to promote the growth of endangered species significantly, so much so that we could see the population of this particular horse go from about 2,000 right now to over 10,000 in the next decade. That's the hope, at least. Kurt's future offspring as well is hoped to be reintroduced into the wild at a later date to help repopulate in a genuine and authentic way, as opposed to just artificially through the same animals over and over and over again. So while we're out here cloning horses and having a good time, there's no word yet on whether we can clone our own pets. I'm hoping to get 60 of my mum's sausage dogs so that she can chill out. But we've got a long way to go before we can all start commercially reproducing our pets, and also it might be a rabbit hole that we don't want to go down. I don't really know how somebody's house would look with 20 identical cats running around it causing havoc. But there you go. For now, we've just got Kurt, we've got boosting populations, we've got genetic diversity in abundance, and we've got scientific progress. That's something to smile about in these turbulent times, I'll tell you that. So, if you've enjoyed listening to me talk about Kurt the horse, check out his Insta. I'm joking, there is no Insta. Leave me a comment down below telling me what your favourite animal you'd like to be cloned is. Mine, personally, would be a cat, I reckon. I think that'd be pretty jokes. Let us know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. We want to hit 3K by Christmas. Let's go. Check out our website, thread.com. Link will be in the description, probably on screen as well. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Kurt the clone horse was recreated using I can't get the word.
That is a tough sentence. There's a lot of alliteration.
Yeah. Kurt the horse was recreated using cryogenics. Come on, Charlie. Cry, bro. Tears. Cryogenically.